Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Paper News 24/7, brought to you by the Paper of Montgomery County online in living color from the paper's control room in downtown Crawfordsville. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Wednesday, April 13th, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the National Guard. There's a moment you reach deep inside yourself when you find the courage to fight through the elements and you find the strength to save a life. These are the kinds of moments you'll experience in the Guard. If you have that inside you, this is the time to act. Visit them online at nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. In our top story today, Saturday will be made for memories. High school basketball memories. Maybe you've noticed the banner across Main Street promoting it. Well, at 1 p.m., a large 32-inch by 40-inch historic marker, identical in size and design to the marker in front of the Carnegie Library, will be unveiled on West Main near PNC Bank. The marker is being co-sponsored by the Basketball Heritage Project Incorporated and Montgomery County Hall of Fame Incorporated. The festivities continue at 2 p.m. with a celebration in the old Crawfordsville High School gym, which has been preserved and continues to be used by the Athena Center. 19 tables will be set up, one for each of the 18 high schools in the county before consolidation and one for Wabash College. Memorabilia will include pictures, cheerleading uniforms, basketball uniforms, trophies, letter jackets, pieces of the net from the sectional and regional victories, and the 1958 CHS Semi-State. In other news, Sheriff Mark Castile said he's excited about the possibility of a new feature in the Paper of Montgomery County called Montgomery County's Most Wanted. Each time the feature is published, it will tell the reading public about fugitives from the law. If you followed the police blotter over the years, it's no secret that more crimes are being committed. Quote, "We're getting a backlog of warrants and we hope the public will help us get these warrants served." That's according to Castile this week. The Paper of Montgomery County wants to help and has donated the advertising space. The first week of Montgomery County's Most Wanted can be found on page A3 today in the Paper of Montgomery County. A splash pad may soon be part of the Milligan Park and owned by Union Township. At Tuesday's Township Board meeting, it was voted 3-0 to authorize Trustee Sally Evans to pursue the idea of building a splash pad in cooperation with the Crawfordsville Parks and Recreation Department. Parks Director Roger Neal said that the splash pad will cost about $85,000 compared to as much as $3 million for a new pool. Union Township residents will not have to pay out-of-city rate to use the pad, Neal said. It's spring, and that means garage sales. If you're planning one or if you're planning to visit some, the paper wants to help. For planning garage sales, call us at 361-0100 extension 17 to advertise. And if you're going to visit garage sales, check out our garage sale map. It's an easy way to find every garage sale in the paper. Look for that map in upcoming Friday and Saturday editions of the Paper of Montgomery County. In other news, Pastor Alan Goff invites all to hear a presentation of Jews for Jesus at Pleasant Hill United Church of Christ tonight at 7:30 p.m. The topic will be Christ in the Passover. Jews for Jesus is an agency that proclaims that Jesus is the Messiah of Israel and Savior of the world. The late Dr. Rosen, a Jew who had believed in Jesus for over 35 years, founded the organization. Pleasant Hill United Church of Christ is located at 104 South Garfield Street in Wingate. Paper Trivia. It's your chance to win prizes by showing off how much you know. If you've got all the answers, click on this tile on our homepage to go to the Paper Trivia section. Answer the question correctly, and you could win. Also, the Masonic Temple Association of Crawfordsville is sponsoring its annual Good Friday Fish Fry on April 22nd from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The money will be used for the historic temple building. Erie Insurance was recognized by J.D. Power & Associates 2011 Customer Service Champion, one of only 40 companies to earn the distinction in a cross-industry study of more than 800 companies. Erie Insurance is represented locally by Corbin Clore Insurance. It appears likely that new maps for the Indiana Senate and House districts will be approved in the next few weeks. If the maps are approved as presented Monday, the districts will look much different than they do now. Read what our state senator and representatives think about the new districts in Thursday's edition of the Paper of Montgomery County. And Frank Phillips' guests this week on Frankly Speaking are Daryl and Leanne Hudson. They're with the bereaved parents of the USA. Frankly Speaking can be found under Webcast on the top navigation bar of our website. Also, if you click on Webcast, you can find several Montgomery County Historical Society videos. Today's news is being brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast, but so do poisons. Call the Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips and advice provided free 24 hours a day. Paul Poteet's in Studio B with your local weather forecast, and Candace Rohrman is bringing you sports just after this.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto, at Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
I'm meteorologist Paul Poteet, Indiana's weatherman, coming to you from Studio B as we get set for a wonderful Wednesday. Boy, we're going to be short and sweet today with a story that is sponsored by our friends at Gould Body and Paint. They're at 607 Waynetown Road, Crawfordsville. Diana and Don waiting for your call. You tell them Paul sent you when you dial 364-1067. That's 364-1067 for Gould Body and Paint, where their business is a wreck. Well, we'll start this morning with a comforting look at the weather map. And there you can see some high pressure that is up in Michigan. That's the center of our circulation today. We're going to get a light breeze on the other side of that and plenty of sunshine around as the symbols attest for central Indiana. Now, back out to the west, you do see a cold front that moves through Wisconsin and Iowa, where they had some nasty weather over the past weekend. I don't think they're worried so much about nasty weather today, but they will see some clouds around, and showers will get there first. Let me broaden the view now that we've shown you the regional map. Here's the national map, and that cold front stretches all the way down to a center of low pressure that is in the panhandle of Texas. So that's where we're going to start to see some intensifying over the next few days, and where eventually we will see our next weather maker spring from. So low pressure down to the southwest, that's centered in the panhandle of Texas. There will be some rain today that stretches from the UP of Michigan back into Wisconsin and into South Dakota. And there will be some snow in the northern Rockies. Otherwise, a good chunk of the country will actually be quiet today with respect to precipitation. But that low will start to get going down in Texas. And here's a map of what we expect that to do to us later on this week, and that is to bring us some rain and storms on Friday and Saturday. There's tomorrow's weather. Looks beautiful. Partly sunny. We get into the 70s in the south half of the state. I think we'll be right around 70 here in Montgomery County. Then it turns a little bit cooler on Friday, then a lot cooler on Saturday. By Saturday, highs will only be in the 50s. There will be some rain and storms around on Friday, and then maybe some lingering showers as we go into Saturday. So some big changes are ahead in the forecast for the next week or so. From paulpoteet.com, let's take a look at the next 7 days and temperatures that today will be into the mid-60s across the area, then tomorrow up around 70. Cooler, only the low to mid-60s on Friday. There you see the rain and storms on Friday. A chance of showers on Saturday. Highs only into the lower 50s, then back to the mid-50s on Sunday, and we'll start to warm it up again next week. So, boy, enjoy today and tomorrow as much as you can. Get a little sun on you, as was the case with me yesterday. There were a lot of fellow travelers out where I was running. And maybe you just did what Mrs. Poteet did and worked in the yard yesterday. Whatever it is, make sure you take us along. We're here with local news, weather, and sports every day on Paper News 24/7. And I'll see you throughout the day with updates at paulpoteet.com.
At Zon's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zon's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zon's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zon's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
I'm Candace Rohrman with your local sports for Wednesday. It was a busy night in Montgomery County as all of the baseball and softball teams had games in town. Crawfordsville had their first conference game of the season when they faced Tri-West. They won 9-0 as Corey Rice threw his first no-hitter of the season. The Southmont baseball team defeated the North Montgomery baseball team 5-2 in their game. Southmont is now 2-1 on the season and 1-0 in the conference. The Southmont girls softball team also beat North Montgomery, winning 10-0. Crawfordsville softball lost 13-0 to Tri-West. They are now 0-1 in the conference. The Southmont track team won against Monrovia and North Putnam, and both the boys and girls recorded victories. North Montgomery track fell to Greencastle. Don't forget to follow Montgomery County Sports at The Paper Sports on Twitter. That's your local news for Wednesday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage or pick up a print copy of the paper in Montgomery County. For Paper News 24/7, I'm Candace Rorman. You stay classy, Crawfordsville.